Alrighty, hello again, this is Torice Majestus, and we're back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey, back to exploring, and hopefully we'll get some nice plant life tonight. So, let's get together with the rest of the gang and get things rolling. Hey guys!
Hello.
How are we doing this evening?
Okay.
Doing good. Our corrosive cargo racks now finally work, so.
Yep.
Oh, that's fine. It only took them, what, 2 weeks?
4 days.
Oh, that's not bad. That could be a lot worse.
Yep.
System map.
Yeah, they could have decided not to fix it at all.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, so many people would be furious at them.
They would basically kill the game. They wouldn't have much.
Yeah.
You know, they've got contracts for costs. You know, and so they'd have to
just stop doing the CGs and go about their business.
No one CGs anymore.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1,
engage. James is in War Thunder. What's he doing over there?
He does that all the time.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to tease him, telling you should stick with a real game.
I'll probably tell you the same about Valheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been, what, 3 or 4 months since I've played Valheim.
You know, that's because you want to get your courier back.
Yeah.
He goes over there and, or what is it, earns his daily credits or whatever you do that thing, and then he comes over here and plays.
I got all started back up in Uncharted Waters New Horizons. There's one thing this game does that I like a lot better than the way it's done in Uncharted Waters, is that if you're away for 3 months, you don't auto get kicked from the company. In this game, the private group. That game, 3 months, and they assume you're inactive, so the game auto kicks you. It's annoying.
I don't know that I care for that.
Yeah, that's really negative.
Well, and 3 months is a relatively short period of time in gaming.
Yeah. What happens if someone was on vacation and some things happen, so it delayed them even more? I mean, people can easily not log in for 3 months.
Well, I'm sure if you read the fine print of all their game thingy bobbers, it probably tells you that that's what they do.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yeah, no, it's no secret. Everyone knows.
So you agree to their terms when you click I agree and go on in to play the game.
Yes.
That's only on the players.
On the other hand, the one major bug I found decided to clear itself. So not only did it give me the past court rank it owed me, it gave me the one I currently earned, so now I can get what in that game was equivalent to a
Hello, James.
Hello, James. We were just talking about you.
Hi, James.
He probably heard you.
Probably.
Oh, he's gonna make fun of you playing
Was
war
playing war.
game or something.
Yeah.
Said you ought to come over here and play a real game or something. I said the same thing could be said about him and Valheim. And then he said, well, he hadn't played it in 3 months. And it's like, yeah, because you're trying to get your carrier back home.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Where did the nebula disappear to? Bloody hell.
Back out and you can see it.
I'm trying to.
You
There's-
have more problems
There's
than
another
all the
nebula
third
here,
world
but
countries
that's not it.
in the Earth on Earth. I've never seen the likes.
It's so small, that's one of the issues.
Get you a magnifying glass.
It should
It'll
be
make
right
it bigger.
under it. Well, it's easy to see once you see it. It looks
That
like
don't make no sense.
it's a blue, bright blue star looking thing.
Everyone's got their own games that they like.
Yep.
One I
There it
enjoyed
is.
a lot was Subnautica. That was good.
I like the first one. I haven't tried the second. Though I never did finish it.
Down anymore, game. I need to go up. Bloody hell.
I don't know how you ever make it in this game.
A wing and a prayer.
I don't even think he's got that.
That's interesting. The game supposedly plotted the course because it's saying next jump, except the line's invisible. Oh, I'm gonna try to jump and see what happens. Not very far, evidently. That's what I want.
Ooh, is that going to catch up to the planet? Up it did, okay.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Lava spouts.
Complete.
Only got geos, okay. But no one has landed on it, so let's go get our first footy fall.
Orbital flight engaged.
That dude that I watch that plays the lead all the time, Immolated Penguin.
What a name, okay.
Anyways, he's a really in-depth character. He's kind of like an onion, got layer after layer. Today I found out that in real life he makes maps for a living.
Oh,
I don't
Cartographer.
know what
Yeah.
kind of maps, but he said he kind of finds it funny because he really enjoys making maps in Elite. But he said he guess that's because he makes them in real life and he enjoys it.
Hmm.
And then I keep thinking this dude is too intense. I mean, he's it's like he's a scientist at heart. But anyways,
Hmm.
he's one of come to find out he's one of Canon's top researchers.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Yeah,
And
that's logical. Yeah.
and so I was sitting there listening to him, and he was showing the maps that he's made and everything. And I'm sitting there. First thing that popped up in my mind is this would absolutely drive Philip nuts
What would?
because he jumps one star at a time
Hmm.
and
But do you
records
think
what's in it.
Deploy landing gear.
I did that?
Landing gear
Nah.
deployed.
No,
What
you.
he's doing is going to take him 2 years to complete a sector.
Landing
You
gear
flop
deployed.
around at it. You don't do it.
Cartographers are a very rare breed.
He does it. I think he does. Let's see, what is it? He does it on Mondays, Wednesdays, and something. That's all he does is map work for Canon.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, oh, that would just absolutely drive Philip wild. Have that big
System
old
map.
jump ship and you can't use it.
I doubt he even has a very big jump ship.
He's in an Anaconda,
Oh, that's interesting.
and he's got it all turned down. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got it if he wants to jump back to the bubble. He can jump back to the bubble. He's got his Guardian Fusion booster turned off. He's got this turned up, this turned down.
Retract landing gear.
Well, some parts of
Landing gear
various
deployed.
sectors you need a bigger jump range.
Well, he's not going very far.
Yeah.
He'll probably never get without, beyond a couple hundred light years from Sol.
Well, it's just like he said, the sector that him and Lilac, it'll take them at least another 2 years to get the section mapped.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what was that deal you tried to talk me into 2 years ago, Trace, out there? Something about, oh, we only have like 20 by 20 something or other. Yeah. I forget what it was.
We were going to claim everything near the carrier.
No. This was different before you even bought your carrier.
Oh, okay. Well, I forget.
It was out for somebody. I don't know if it was Canon or who, or somebody was wanting somebody go out and do a section of a grid.
Oh, that's searching for Raxla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
200 light years sphere
And
around.
everything in between.
Yep, 200 light year sphere around Sol. Yep.
I'm not even sure it's just simply in a system that someone just didn't fully map. Or, well, generally fully map.
I think it's
It's
in the
probably-
cluster of asteroids around the main star you jumped into.
Probably.
And that's hidden, well hidden. Won't
Yep.
show on your radar, won't show in your FSS.
It could be in that impossible asteroid I found. That's
I think
really
it'll be a
close
letdown if
to
you
its
ever
star.
find it.
It probably will.
Could be buried at the end of that. I'd still have it bookmarked. As it would take me about a month to fly there in normal space.
But if that's an actual picture they took of it, that's a main star, except it's a red one.
Hmm.
So I think it's like what took me out of Super Cruise on the way back from your carrier.
Could be.
There we go.
And you got to come out at just the right spot to find it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's my assumptions. I have no evidence to back it up except for it did knock me out of Super Cruise coming into a system.
Mm-hmm.
And that could have very well happened to Raxla. Or Raxla's just nothing but a child's boogeyman. Doesn't really exist. Only in your mind.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Geos.
Oh, don't forget you got the 4 bios way out yonder.
Yep.
I find it shocking. Every one of these stars is fuelable. Can be used as
Orbital
scoopable
flight
rather.
engaged.
Why? Majority
He's
of this.
just a shocking type of person there, Trace.
Eh.
I find it shocking that the game's not trying to screw me. That's what I find shocking.
Give
Philip,
it time.
it's science-based. All the stars that generate hydrogen at a sufficient altitude are scoopable.
Yep.
Learn your science.
No, I know. I'm just surprised there aren't a bunch of like brown dwarfs and stuff.
There probably is if you just look around, Goofy.
There's plenty of brown dwarfs. Things are scattered exactly the way they should be. This is a model with, taking what we've got around, where we can actually see it and projected over the rest. So there's no, other than a few sculpted things, everything is just generated out of what should be there, approximately. So it's not round to screw. The game is not set trying to screw you over.
You do that enough on your own.
It's sufficiently dangerous, it doesn't have to. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
This is so close to the bubble though, so I think it's accurate to
Landing gear deployed.
what we can see.
Of course it is.
Out here.
Everything that is known to science is in the game.
Yep.
Except for gas giants being scoopable.
Yeah, why aren't gas giants?
They don't
scoopable?
produce
I thought
hydrogen as far as I know.
None?
No.
I thought.
I thought
Okay.
someone had
The
one.
hydrogen is generated by the fusion reaction.
Okay.
It is,
Some of them do produce tritium, what you use in your carrier. In their rings, the gas giants with rings.
yep. And tritium technically should be around some gas giant icy rings. That is a valid thing. All it is a captured isotope of hydrogen,
Yeah.
which you can get out of ice if you process it properly. Provided, of course, that isotope happens to be present in that particular icy asteroid. There's nothing far-fetched about that at all. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
But it's like everything else. None of us have flew in a spaceship. None of us have mined in an actual ring of a planet. None of us is actually scooped from a main star jumping in a system. And so therefore we're taking it on everybody else's ability to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And there's where the problem lies.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know whether they're ad-libbing to make it justified for the high paycheck that we give them every year to fund their little projects, or
Well,
if it's actually the truth.
they've made it just about as true as you can make it and still have a game.
Yep.
Oh, I was talking about in real world.
Hmm.
And the game is just based theirs off of what
Yep.
the astrologists and NASA and God who knows who else. Hell, they may even have an alien in their back pocket telling them, no, that star needs to go a little bit to the left there.
System map.
And of course, the game is probably going to ad-lib some, or it'd be kind of a boring game.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be 37 something, so I imagine so. It makes sense.
37, what?
37 something.
What are you talking about?
The year?
Oh, 33, oh, whatever,
Oh,
yeah.
8.
Yeah.
And
Well,
see,
that's...
that tells me right there that some of this equipment we're using, they were probably using it in the 1970s at NASA. Because that's about how it works, it seems. In 3308, the technology
Should be better than this, yeah.
pun intended, out of this world.
Yeah, there's a lot of things where they don't have the kind of tech that I feel they should have at this point.
Hell, even their communications sounds like
Yeah, that could
the Apollo 7 mission.
Yeah, I know.
there's
I mean, don't get me wrong, nostalgia is awesome.
yeah.
Geez, if I keep coming up on these planets this quickly, I'm going to end up looping one of them. But anyway, yeah, so... some things are out of this world, like, this super light drives and the jumping between systems. And other things seems like they're maybe only 20 or 30 years from now they'll be able to do them.
Yep.
Well, if we had to take 5 or 6 years to fly from a star to a planet or something, I believe that everybody would probably quit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they had to speed up the game.
Yep.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
System map.
But I'm not looking forward to the Thargoids on foot, not after I read the saga, because they're huge, have 6 legs and 2 arms, and they actually just pull you apart.
Like Starship.
And our weapons have no effective use on them. Okay, well, that right there says a lot of people gonna die.
Hmm.
We need some Guardian, handheld Guardian weapons.
Well, until Salvation, the Guardian weapons wasn't really that potent either.
Yeah, they're not that much stronger.
Salvation was the only one, even though I don't know whether he's the good guy, the bad guy, or the corrupt evil
Corporation, yeah.
a guy out for vengeance. But anyways, yeah, his stuff is good. It does take him out. But, we don't know that we ain't working for the wrong side again.
Mm-hmm.
Question: since the Thargoid ships are bioengineered and stuff, shouldn't we be using biological weapons?
They're an insectoid, or whatever you want to call them.
Insectoid.
Yeah.
So they're an insect. That's the reason why what's his face's shit he used on them like to wipe every one of them out. But they, the other bio is bad. The hull is also corrosive, so it doesn't fix it where it can't get through. So far, they've left us in limbo on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, you've only picked on the babies, Philip. And we still haven't seen the mothership.
Isn't Hydra the mothership?
No.
Oh, okay.
Surface scanned
And
by
you're sure there's a
50%.
bigger ship out there somewhere?
Surface scan
Absolutely. Something's gonna birth these people. They're like a bee colony. You
System
got
map.
their scouts, which are the workers. You got your army, which is your Cyclops and
Soldiers,
Hydras and
yeah.
all that stuff. And then you got the Queen.
I think it's
Yes,
that structure that
that
we're
could
searching
just
around
be
getting meta
their
alloys is their mothership.
bases.
That
Could
is
be.
just their structure building.
It's either a structure building or it's a crashed mothership, one or the other, but no one can really tell.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And
But-
there's also another one that used to be in the game but disappeared and hasn't been seen since. So, and then there's, there's 250 pages to the saga. I haven't got through all of them yet. Because I'm reading it, going back, studying it, highlighting the systems, the bases, who's connected to who are the scientists, what happened to the scientists. Kind of doing a canon thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to go back all the way to the year 2850 because that's when they were first sighted.
Yeah, that's a ways back.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first Thargoid War.
Yeah, that ship that's only been seen once could have been one of the peace overture ships, and since we decided to fight it, well, no more peace overture. Now you got a war.
Yep.
Well, there's also two factions of Thargoids.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
the Claxtons and I forget what the other one's called. One's kind of peace, leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. And the other one are hostile just by blinking at them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we got now. The ones that if you blink at them, they're hostile.
Although we are poking the hornet's nest.
All the time,
Yep.
because we're dumb
Who's
humans.
poking who though? Because they're coming down on us too. And see what I told you a long time ago. According to the saga, so far what I read, it's still undetermined who started it first.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you first read it, its pilots were reporting of being hyper interdicted and some receiving damage and other ones just a radio transmission that they died. And then other pilots came out and started fighting back. So who actually started it?
Yeah, who knows?
mean, we were exploring, just getting permits and stuff, and hell, I couldn't even jump in the system without being hyper addicted 5 damn times. If I had weapons that had took that little far out, yeah, I'd have took his ass out. Because I wanted to get in that system.
Well, I'm like 2 light years away. Wait, that closer? So? Nope, that goes under it. Oh, but don't think there is a system inside this nebula.
Oh, God.
Not jumpable, anyway.
A lot of nebulas don't have a star system in the middle of them. For one simple reason. They're due to supernovas. It's gone.
Yeah.
Science,
Yeah, but the
Philip.
problem
Science.
I don't know what he's got going on, but he can't seem to get to the Skull Nebula. I've been there in a ship that only had 38 light years, so I don't know why he's having the problems he's having. So
When you say you've been there,
System map.
you mean literally inside it?
yeah, I went there, and then I went on out to the Heart and Soul Nebula. I've been to the Bubblegum. I've been to a lot of nebulas, even one out there where Trace's carrier is.
Yep.
No stars are showing up in it.
Yeah, probably means it was due to a supernova and there's just no star systems close enough. Okay, next.
Yep.
Either that, or he's got something set up wrong and he can't get there.
Well, that's true too. He could have those stars all turned off in his map.
I checked them all, they're all on. Let's move away from this and try to go back to finding systems no one's been at.
Skull Nebula. There's been 72 ships pass through the Skull Nebula.
If you're reading an R, it might
I'm not
count-
reading it, Nora. I'm reading the Elite Dangerous Star Map.
Does it count anyone in the Skull sector? Because I've been to the Skull sector. It's not inside the nebula though.
No, it's
It
somewhere
is
else.
named by the Galactic Mapping Project with the name of Skull Nebula. 72 ships have passed through this sector, including one
sector.
ship in the last 7 days.
Yeah, sector. Doesn't distinguish if someone's in the actual nebula. Because I'm in the sector right now.
Let's go.
Well, you know what? I tell you, you can't get there, Philip. Turn around and go find someplace else to play. Because I've been listening to you for almost an hour and a half trying to get there.
That's a bright star.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Codex?
System map.
We'll rate it star.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
If there's any files. No files.
What system are you in, Philip?
Right now I moved away, but I'll tell you 1 second. I'm in BD dash 12 base 134. Find it?
Yeah. And so there's quote-unquote Skull... Oh, yeah, there's the Skull Nebula.
Yeah.
You're nowhere as close to it from here.
Yeah, I was probably within about 3 or 5 light year jump range from it, and still couldn't see any stars. So
Wow, there really isn't anything around this thing.
no, there isn't.
Well, there's something there because the elite that has all of the planets and the systems and what's in them says 72 ships passed through it, but it
Yep.
did say you needed to pass through that system. You did need like a 70 light year jump range. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's not even showing up as having anything in it.
Yeah.
Weird.
I even zoomed
Well,
in
not weird.
itself, and
Sometimes you have to watch the galaxy map zooming in and out because then you have to go all the way back out, come back in because it messes you up.
Yeah.
yeah, I reset it a few times to make sure that wasn't being an issue.
No, I'm just saying if you zoom in, then it won't let you zoom back out.
I
then you
crashed
lost your
into the
place, and
stupid
it-
planet. Oops.
I did a crash there.
No, I was definitely, you know, at minimum speed, so it didn't hurt at all, but
And you don't know, those 70, I'll give you this, those 72 ships may have got to that sector by a carrier. He said there was one out there.
There's a couple. Which I'm guessing they were trying to get to it too.
yeah,
Well,
it
if
looks.
a carrier wanted to get to it, they could. Unless it was a locked system.
I'm more than close enough. If there was a star, I could jump there. Or I was close enough. I moved away since then. But
I don't know. Go find someplace else to play.
yeah.
Okay, no, I didn't run into the system. I got whacked from behind by its moon.
Ouch! Damn!
Deploy landing gear.
Worry about being wrecked by
Landing gear
hand
deployed.
station. You're
Would that be
talking about
considered
fucking
that you got spanked?
Yeah, I think so.
Landing gear deployed.
But you will find out that most of the nebulas, there's been people all over them puppies.
Yeah.
People head. That's about the first place they head to is the
Yeah.
pretty colored bubbles.
Mm. It's bright
System
beacon.
map.
It's like a moth to a flame.
No, I'll take that back. I did run into the planet.
Oh, okay.
Navy
Not
raid.
like it matters. Either way, it's the same end result.
Yeah. It's the next planet that has the moon. Yeah, moving at minimum speed towards the planet while I'm looking at the star map. Not the healthiest thing to do. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
I don't know, Anthony. He just heads towards the planet and then falls asleep. Him and Cam both. I don't know how many times they've crashed into it because they fell asleep.
Frameshift drive
They're lucky
charging.
that there's really no penalty for doing so.
Couple of percent's fall.
Yeah, which
Well, I at least had the sense to pull back to minimum throttle. System map. Okay.
But that penguin dude, he's one of the ones that they take these sensors and a probe and I think a Thargoid link. They take 3 items that belong to the Thargoids and they take them into a system and then they get out there and they drop all 3 out and they wait for them to try. They'll move themselves into a triangle position and then one of them will rotate around and shoot a beacon light
oh,
at a planet or a spot on the planet or something to show you the location of whatever's there. And then they record the sounds of the sensors because each sensor has a code or a radio wave transmission and stuff, and they record that and they play that, and that thing will turn around and point in a different direction. I'm sitting there going, "Oh, that's too much like mad scientist for me to get into." It's like, no way. I'll just follow along. You all do the dirty work, and I'll just read the reports.
I'd love to do that sort of stuff if I had the thousands of hours it takes.
He does it 3 times a week, I think, for 4 or 5 hours. But, yeah.
Surface scan complete.
Nope, nothing on this one. System map. Is this guy landable? I think he is. Yep, he's landable. Okay. And down we go. Woohoo! We go landing on a planet again, a planet again, a planet again. Here we go landing on a planet again. Hey, diggity dog.
Orbital flight engaged.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-da. It's a lovely planet. Time to go tag it. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
First, football! Yay. On to the next. System map.
After 500, they don't become so exciting.
Track landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Functional drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
How much do we actually get for first footfall?
That I'm not sure.
Bragging rights.
Ah, okay. Hold on a sec, there's somebody outside I gotta let in. Okie dokie. We're back! And I'm probably well away from the planet I was trying to get to. No, not
The
too
reason
bad.
why I say you only get bragging rights is because even if you crash, you don't lose it. They're not going to do that if you're going to get money for it.
Right.
Imagine you get something, but it's so small it doesn't matter. It's not like BIOS, that's for sure.
Well, you can go into your codecs if you clear them out and go land first footfall. And there's no
Surface
credits in
scanned
there to
by
turn in. So.
50%. Surface scan complete.
You forget, Philip, she's done this over and over and over again.
Orbital flight engaged.
So if she says you don't get money for it, you don't get money for it. But I'm still going to land on all of them.
Got to put your name on the map.
Well, I mean, it's bragging rights.
Yeah.
And if you're going to scan it and possibly get a...
That's where your credits come in.
Yeah.
Yep. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
And here's what they say about the first flip file.
Landing gear deployed.
Disembark, Commander, and leave your mark on the galaxy in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Explore the distant worlds on foot and expand the frontier of known space. Be the first to step out onto the countless unique planets as you discover land untouched since time began. Did you hear me say anything about credits?
Nope.
Okay. But you can be sure of this. If you're the first one to put a footprint on that planet, then anything on that planet has not been discovered by anybody else. Therefore, you get no credits.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
It's a bragging right. It's just like if you went into the system and you honked it, you FSS'd it, and you detail surface scanned it, nobody's in there. You get credit for every system, every star, every planet, every whatever you scan and record. But you also get the bragging rights. You were the first one there, and your name's plastered all over the system. Unless they have a new expansion, which they will have here pretty shortly when they bring Horizons in and join it with Odyssey. And they wipe out every freaking system that anybody ever named. And don't tell me it don't happen, because it happened to Trace already.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why Lynn really doesn't give that much hoot whether I'm the first one in the system or not, because yeah, you may get the big credits for it, but it could possibly be erased one of these days.
And I'm pretty sure it's been erased twice. Once.
I think anytime they merge two of the games, two of the, what do they call them, expansions?
Mm-hmm.
It gets rid of it, because two things cannot exist in the same world. Or same.
Right.
No way they're competent enough to migrate data from one to the other.
Right.
Well, when the first in Horizons, when they changed the exploration paradigm with the new FSS scanner and all that, they wiped all the old data. Then in Odyssey, they wiped all the old data. System map.
Was it Odyssey or Horizons?
In Horizons, in the middle of Horizons, when they did that, the update to the, why is that set blue? When they put the updated scanners in, that was in the middle of Horizons.
Right.
The beginning of Horizons, everything had stayed the same. But when they did the updated exploration paradigm, they wiped all the data.
But
and regenerated the universe.
Fundamentally changed exploration.
But I don't think they've wiped it since Odyssey's been on.
No, they'd have.
I think when Odyssey first came out, it was completely different, but I'm not sure.
But that was in the alpha, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was out, but that wasn't. The
No, I
real-
mean when the Odyssey came out, I think it's well, maybe it's not different. I don't know.
I've been to planets where the textures are changed. My data's still on.
Okay.
That's
So-
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when they merge Horizons with Odyssey, and they will in a year or so, whenever they get their ducks in a row,
Mm-hmm.
all that information, unless they figure out a different way about it, will be just like it did when it was from Elite Dangerous to Elite Dangerous Horizons.
Well, that wasn't when it got wiped. It got
When
wiped
they brought the planetary suite on board, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was in the middle of Horizons.
Okay. But I thought they also joined Elite at the same time.
No, that was a different thing.
Okay.
I think if they were gonna wipe it, they would have wiped it once they added the first footfalls and the new textures. So
That's
I'm not sure they're going to do it.
If they didn't do it then, who knows if they'll
Yeah.
do it now? But if they're sharing the same, basically the same universe, just different textures, then
Everything should be left alone.
it will probably everything's a probability.
Unless they figure out how to write their code over. And they may find somebody smart enough to do it.
Oh, I wouldn't say no if they hired me.
Yeah, you write code for a
Surface
living,
scan
so.
by 50%.
Yes.
Yeah, but it depends on who you're following and how they did it. Did they tie it to this that when you undo it, it crashes that over there?
Oh, I'm sure they have.
Is
Yep.
the big mystery. And that's the reason
System
why
map.
I think they haven't done a lot of shit, just because some of their code writers basically sabotaged them. Either by taking a cheap shortcut, or for the simple fact that they didn't want them to get rid of their work, and so they fixed it. What if they do? It crashes everything.
Usually it's just cut corners to make schedule
Yeah.
that causes the big problems.
Yep.
I have seen some conceited fools that would write it so they couldn't get rid of their work.
I've seen a couple of those too, but I know how to untangle that. I've untangled those types of knots numbers of times.
I'm sure if you keep an eye on the thing, you'll find out they are hiring somewhere.
Sure,
Yeah.
but I'm not going
Yeah.
to England.
Yeah. A company like a Frontier is always hiring.
Yeah,
But yeah, you don't want to go to England, so.
not only that, but I know what it's like in the gaming industry. I've met a few people who've
Yeah,
come out of it,
Yeah.
and I don't.
Crunch, you'll never see your wife again. Or kids.
Yeah,
You'll be
Good
it's
gravy.
work. You hit some imaginary deadline they created out of the ether.
There's
No.
quarterly deadlines. That ain't ether. That ain't imaginary. That is just base bone facts.
It's just
If you don't meet your quarter, then your ass is in trouble.
and that's the problem with public, or even
Public-
semi-public gaming companies.
Has nothing to do with imaginary ether lines.
Well,
It has
is
everything to do with the bottom line. You got a quarterly quota that you got to keep going, and if you don't meet it, they'll find somebody who will.
But if that were the case, it would always end. The deadlines would always be set on the end of the quarter. It wouldn't be some random number in between or around.
Everything they've done has been in quarters. If you saw, look and see when they do all these hot patches, when they do these quarterlies, when they do this, when they do that, it's on the quarters.
You need to stop thinking about quarters and think about the.
You need to stop thinking about
fiscal
business
year as
because
a
you'd have the
whole.
son of a bitch run into the ground in the first 3 months.
No, because I would
Yes.
have put out Odyssey broken to shit.
Odyssey was an alpha. What was it? What was it he told me when I told him? I said, I hope I'm not disappointed. What the hell are you talking about? It's an alpha.
That's alpha. I'm talking about when they released it.
Well, there's one thing about it. They did tell us it was broke,
Mm-hmm.
but they were still going to go to hell with it and fix it as he went. I didn't lie to you. You just wasn't paying attention.
No.
But
No,
you were
I
all over
thought-
my ass because I was bitching about this and bitching about that, and you said, "Oh, this is an alpha," and I said,
About
if
the
you
no
fuck up on making a
expectation-
first impression, you do not get a second chance to get that first impression back.
Yes, I know. And they screwed up, so I mean, what's
Not
it do?
according to you.
Or
You said it's an
pushing it
alpha.
out
Get over it.
early just to hit some deadline they ultimately pulled out of their ass? No, it wasn't.
If
And
I
then-
had $30 million and I invested in a company and their board told me on this date or close to this date, they were going to release this thing, and then as it got closer, they kept saying, well, we're not ready. I'd be saying, if you want my $30 million, you better get your ass ready because you told me you could do this. And if you don't do it on this date, I'm taking my $30 million and I'm going home.
we can put it out now, make a little bit of money, and piss a lot of people off, or we can put it out a few months later when it's
The board don't care.
yeah.
The
and that's
board
why
don't
all
give a
these
flying
companies
flip
do
if Philip
don't
has
do-
his feelings hurt or not, or if Philip has his pissed
No,
off
they
pants
don't
on.
have a right to complain about low expectations when they push things out ahead of time for early games.
Hey, they have the money. They make the rules.
They own the company. And if they got some jackass like you saying, yeah, I can get it to work, I can get it to work, I can get it to work, then
don't say
whoa, I
Deploy landing gear.
can't.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm sure they got a lot of Phillips working.
6 months ahead, they know if it's going to be somewhat workable. But yet, no one said anything. No,
Yeah, they
they're
did.
like, okay, we can do it.
Yeah, they can't say anything.
They're not allowed to
The
say
FDS
anything.
can't
They can
say
get sued.
shit.
The coders should be saying shit.
They
They
get
can't.
fired.
They signed an NDA.
An NDA towards the actual board members? I doubt it.
No, to the company.
Yeah, they should be able to. They should be.
The
No.
board members never even see the fucking coders.
Of course not. But the representatives of
Oh yeah, yeah. You're so.
company, they have contact with the people that speak to the board members.
You don't say bad news to the board or you get fired.
And they probably had some people saying we're not going to be ready.
And they
we're
probably
trying,
did,
we're
and the-
hoping."
Yep, and the board said, get it done. I don't care what it takes.
Did it in a good way.
You don't know.
You
how the
don't
boardroom
understand.
works.
Yeah, it's all about spin. Yeah, you can't spin it in a negative way to the board. I get that. Spin it in the positive.
There's no way of being positive when you're late for a deadline.
A
They don't
deadline
take stupid excuses of the
people
goddamn game
that
fucked up.
voters make up. That's why the gaming industry is such a mess. Especially the Western gaming industry.
Oh no, the Eastern is
well.
just as bad. It doesn't matter. Listen, the guys with the money, they make the rules.
Yeah.
And
If you don't want to play by it, then your game is gone.
If you don't like it, go. Too bad.
But then they can't complain.
The only thing
about
I could say that would have saved Odyssey a bunch of heartache and heartburn is if David Braven, I think that's his name, would come out and say, folks, we tried to push this. We tried to push it to make it a ready game. It's not. But if you'll bear with us and the bugs that we're going to face, we'll go ahead and put it out. If they'd just been fucking honest and not try to hide behind closed doors. Honesty goes a long ways in keeping you together. And then, you know, it's just like this. They brought up a Super Cruise thing they were going to do once a week for 2 hours. Okay, now they're going to do it every 2 weeks. But we went 3 weeks without hearing a freaking word from them. They'd had the Twitch drops where you could earn paid jobs and stuff. Well, now they knocked quite a few people out of getting them because they didn't stick to their program. They changed horses in a different stream. When you do that, you're going to get your ass wet. And people don't like it.
altogether.
It's like when they change the CG after the CG starts.
God, yeah,
You want me to stop playing your game or your CG? Keep that shit up.
I don't believe they did that nonsense.
It's not the first freaking time, Miss Phillips, so get over it.
That they changed it into another CG? I know they edited
That was the first time. But
Yeah.
they've changed the amounts of it. They changed the
Yeah.
tiers of it. They changed this of it. They changed that of it.
Yep.
But I'm not going to argue with you about a business model because you probably never even owned a fucking business in your life and you probably never took any business courses.
Yeah. If this is what the business courses tell you, no wonder all these businesses are failing. Jesus.
Says the boy that sorts packages in FedEx. Okay. Bottom line is when I had a ranch and I raised cattle for a living and sold them, I had a deadline to get them beef sold at a certain time to get the best profit out of them. If I missed that, I got the scraps. And sometimes you push your herd through, whether your herd is old enough, ready enough or not, so you can get the top golden dollar a pound.
And compare that to game development.
It's the same fucking principle, just a different set of tools and different set of models. You almost remind me of AOC. You don't think we need the farmers and we need the truck drivers because if you want any food, you just go to the store and get it.
No, I don't think
Landing gear
Well,
retracted.
that's about you, the way you're coming off.
I didn't. Diesel prices are insane. I did not vote. Thank you very much.
Oops, there goes half my hull, or half my shields.
What happened?
I ran into the ground.
Oh,
I think I'll let my shields come back up. Believe me, it wasn't intentional. But I have to fly low enough that I can see, you know.
yeah, the
Yeah, I picked up all the bacteria, now I'm looking for the other stuff.
What other stuff?
You know, I should have written them down when I was up in orbit.
Yeah. That does
Yep. I may have to go back up in orbit and change locations anyway. But I found that, you know, the bacteria was literally everywhere on the planet.
And that's another thing, when you're up there looking through your filters,
Yep.
they got that all. Sometimes you sit there and play with that, you can see if you can land in all and get them all. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
Yep. Well,
And what Cam and I usually do is find the one with the smallest dots, which is going to be the hardest ones, get the hardest ones out of the road.
well, that's what I did. Was I aimed for one of the hardest dots, and I got the bacteria.
It's hard to believe that was the hardest thing on that planet.
No, the bacteria was not. I aimed for the hardest thing and I got the most common.
Oh, okay.
Well, then the hardest thing should be around there somewhere. What
Yeah.
was it? Well, you don't remember.
I don't remember, which is why I'm going back up to orbit.
Because like fungoid, they like
Yeah.
in the crevices and stuff. If it was conchos, they like in crevices and stuff. Yeah. So if you could kind of see some crevices around there, you might see what it holds.
All right, let's spin back around. All right.
And if it's an osseous, they like the kind of the rocky things. They
Okay,
sometimes are on flat.
Fungoida
Fungoida. Okay, those are
and Frutexa,
yeah.
which are pretty much the same area.
Right.
Tussock, oh, tussock should be everywhere.
That's grass, yeah.
So Fungoida is the hardest, and the Frutexa is about the same thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick another Frutexa area. Pick this area over here.
And I've had to go up and individually pick them and go down on the spot because they're just so hard to find. Or you spend all day running around on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same thing. Go up, pick another spot, or run around all over this planet. Yeah.
Oh, this is a slightly different terrain here.
That's a good sign.
Well, who knows? It may be, it may not be.
But that's another thing too. You know, when I'm coming down, I'll switch from analyze to combat. Try to find the color green I want, and then try to find a fairly decent landing areas.
Well, I wasn't really looking for landing areas. I'm just looking for areas that have the particular thing I'm looking for. Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, but if you're good at flipping through, you can get both joys of the world.
Nothing on top of the ridge. Bunches of rocks piled down at the bottoms of these slopes.
Now some of them, let's see, you got fruitoid in there, but
All right, let's go.
say some of them do look like little rounded rocks, but you didn't say cactoid, so
Yeah. This is one heck of a steep slope. Or am I on, is that, I'm so confused. I don't know which way's up and which way's down. And now I've lost, oh, that is, I am on a slope. Okay.
there's sometimes it does get confusing and you have to just stop and look around, twist around.
Yeah.
Well, I had to get close enough to the slope and at the right angle so that I could see that it was actually, yes, it's, this is a long, relatively flat slope, whoa, straight down, and that was bacteria. slow down a little bit here. The hard part is I don't yet know exactly what I'm looking for.
You said you're fungoid, right?
You should know.
It's little tubular stalks with a little ball on top.
Yep.
Nothing anywhere's like that around here.
It'll be in your.
Yeah. They look
Let me
like
see where you're looking.
rooms.
Wonder if I should go back up the slope again.
Yeah, it'll be like in your slope, and you know where there's a ravine or a crevice between two.
Oh, this is a bottom of a. I'm in the bottom of a valley here right now.
Another thing that might help you is turn your night vision on and see if you can't see clusters. Because remember, they all kind of cluster.
Hmm.
So if you can see like patches of clusters, then you can check them out and see if it ain't it. I tell you, I've used every freaking tool that Elite has gave us.
Hmm.
And then some that haven't been, like night vision to use it. If the lighting's off.
Yeah, it certainly picks up features pretty well.
So I just look at, like your fungoid is probably, in real life it's probably like 2 foot tall. It's got little balls on top of it, and it's like a tubular stalk.
Yeah.
And always remember, if you don't remember what they look like, you can go in the codex and get your brief description of what they look like.
It also shows you.
Also, fungoid can be tall.
I'm on the
like,
slope again.
They can be tall, like 6 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
So, but those are easy to see.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one yet, so I don't know where it actually grows. Whether it's the bottom of the valley, top of the hill.
Fungoid's usually in the roughest part.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm going uphill then.
Yeah, I found them on actual slants of hills before.
Yeah.
The hard part is,
Yeah.
the slant on this hill is several kilometers.
Yeah.
Get it out 2 down feet a foot, it will be faster.
No,
No.
Boost up there.
it's
It's
several
faster him going to
kilometers.
look.
It's not like it's 100 meters, Philip.
And not only that, in his ship, he can go up the slope and then he can slide left, he can slide right, or if you're on foot, all you can see is what's in front of your nose.
Oh shit, I crashed.
Like game or.
Game crashed. Game is gone.
Oh. How's your stream doing then? Is it still functioning?
Let's see. Put to.
So far.
Yeah, the
But I'm
stream
20
has no
seconds
problem.
behind.
Put the trouble screen up. Play. So. I don't know.
Yeah, in the CG map.
No.
And on the planet that everyone's going for the CG, of course.
Oh boy.
Well, let's just say it was crashing when the CG for the Meta Allies first started. But you know, I did 400 tons in a setting and never had one crash. So there. And I don't think it has anything to do with the Hot Patch 12 because it's not coming out this week.
Nope, this is a fresh one on me. It just look, I'm let's see, night vision on. I'm actually still flying.
Yeah.
It didn't put me on the ground or anything or back in space. I'm basically right where I was.
So that could have been an internet blip.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of things. All right, so we're going to turn uphill and start going uphill here. And we will crash again.
Probably.
You think it's the hill causing it?
I don't know.
And with the game processing the hill while you're
The game literally just vanishes off the screen.
Oh, okay.
Just poof, gone. Window just closes.
No error, just a completely crashed text out.
Yeah, just gone. Poof, Window's gone.
Okay. Yeah, something told the game, no, not here.
He wasn't trying to land, I don't believe.
No, it was just.
He's flying, not landing.
Yep. Maybe your computer or what? The client didn't like the texture you were going past.
I have no idea.
Maybe
No idea.
the client got pissed because he wasn't feeding him jelly beans.
Hey, those jelly beans are mine. Jelly Belly jelly beans. Can't beat them.
Jelly belly. I think I've had them.
They are the best jelly beans.
I don't know. I kind of like the, what was it? Jolly Roger jelly beans?
Ugh. You can even ask President Reagan. He used to keep a whole bunch of them on his desk.
I think
Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you're like me, you were old enough to see the damn bowl on his desk when he was doing his live feeds.
Yep, and it was Jelly Belly jelly beans. All right, well, we're back in the game. Shall I try and go uphill again?
I don't know. What's the other direction?
I don't know. I could go along the valley or up a slightly less
It
steep.
could be something in their texture design that is
Yeah,
pulling
maybe.
a lot of
Maybe raise your
Could be.
elevation a bit.
KBs or whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
Could be
the
the
memory,
texture.
blowing the memory out. Shouldn't. I've got 4
Not
times.
you, the game.
Yeah.
Your ship gets close enough to it, it messes with the game. Because it's, remember like, what was it? Remember that mysterious, oh god, I forgot what we call them. Like on the foot combats, you know, when we had that one mysteriously show up on a base that we were trying to do a mission on,
Yeah.
the control point, and
Yeah.
if you shot it, it crashed your game.
Mm-hmm.
It
Now,
could
is
be
that
there's
bacteria?
could be something like that.
That
Well,
looks.
but it's bacteria though, right?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Yep, that's bacteria. Okay. So that's.
Trust me, you'll know if it's the fungoids.
Those are plants that stand up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're-
Well, I got the
flat.
fungoid, the frutex, and the other thing. So I got 3 more things
What
to
other
find.
thing?
Damn it. I gotta go back up to space so I can see them.
Okay, Philip, get you a pencil and a piece of paper.
I think I'm gonna. Where's my post-it notes?
I've got a piece of paper right here that says I need fungi, oisius, and fruta.
Frameshift drive charging.
And you're especially going to need it if you're on a planet with 6 and 8 and 10 and 12.
Yeah. I was thinking I could remember 4.
Oh,
So, bacteria. Check. And who knows, maybe going up to orbit will reset whatever it was that was screwing up.
it could. Or pick a different spot.
I don't think going up to orbit does, but relogging does.
The game crashed 3 times.
Yeah, that alone should have reset the textures of where the plants.
You
are
know,
kept.
you talk about this shit all the time, like you know what the hell you're talking about, but
Yes,
when it
I
happens
do.
to you, you come in here and you, I don't know what happened to my game.
The plants are
Fungoida.
going to be in a different spot, so you might want to go up to orbit just to see your map.
Frutexa. And this time I'm writing them down. Tussock.
Grass.
Yeah,
And so the Fungoida are the ones that are more difficult, apparently.
but they're easy to see.
Well, that's good. Alright, so where am I gonna pick? Now let's pick up one of the bigger areas of the Fungoidas. Rocky as heck.
Yep. And go to the greenest
The greenest.
spot.
Okay, well,
Not
so
the
much.
light blues.
There's no green. I have dark
Okay.
blue and light blue.
Well, it depends on how high up you are. When you get closer, you'll see a green hue start to form.
Yep.
Alright, well, let's pull down in here. I think I like the peaks over here. Alright, so I'll pull up a little more. Get closer to the peak. Aim at the peak. I certainly like the peak. Okay.
You see, I know I'm 26 behind, but you had the blue, then you had a lighter blue, and then right in the center of the lighter blue, you had a green tinge.
Yeah, that's where the peaks are.
Yep. That's the green that I go for.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to hunt in the peaks.
And if it's, you're telling you, and if it's the fungoid that I just got, it's on the flat, and it looks like, what are they calling those, the cactus that has one stem but not the arms.
Okay.
About 6 foot tall cactus.
Well, so far all I see is rocks.
And it's down here on the flat, of all places.
Rocks, rocks, and more rocks.
And it's, hopefully you get this one. It's bright red.
Well,
What
that's
is-
nice.
Oh, the fungoid.
Fungoid. And taller than my commander.
Mm.
It's always nice to get them
Hmm.
that you can see. swear their sound effects guy must have had the window open when he was recording some of these sound effects, because I could have swore I just heard a bird chirping.
You don't own a bird?
No, I don't own a bird.
Okay.
Nobody should own a bird. They should be free, flying, doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, I'm against clipping their wings. I don't know.
What's the
don't like
difference,
that.
clipping their wings or keeping them in a cage where they can't go nowhere?
Well, you can let them out and stuff. I mean,
Yeah, they fly away. Well, not all of them, but besides, do you know what clipping the wings actually entails?
clipping underneath the.
You take two feathers and cut them in half. That's all you do. The two
Yeah.
primary feathers on each side. That's it.
It still stops them from flying, which is why I'm against it in the first place. I know it grows back and everything.
Well, you sure wouldn't like my house, because by golly, we take some birds out back and then we pluck the living shit out of them and then we throw them in a pot and make chicken noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's fine. That's a survival kind of thing. That's
Ain't no
okay.
difference in a chicken and a parakeet except the size.
Yep. Fair enough.
I'll give you a great Australian recipe for cockatoo, if you like.
Now I like cockatoos. They're so fun.
Yeah, but he's talking about eating.
Yeah, I know.
You do,
Oh,
get a pot, you throw a rock in it, you boil the water,
sweet gray
put a
pet.
cockatoo in there. When the cockatoo's soft, you eat the rock.
You eat the rock. Oh, wait a
They're
minute.
not worth eating. They're
Ooh.
in your, if you ever
Ooh.
have a cockatoo as a pet, I don't know I agree with that or not,
I did.
but you have to have a will written, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
have
Oh,
to
yeah.
find someone to inherit the cockatoo. 'cause if
You know what I
they-
found? I found the tussock.
Oh, okay.
Well, one's better than none.
Yep.
Yeah,
Deploy landing gear.
cockatoos will
Landing
outlive
gear
you.
deployed.
Most of the greater parrots will outlive you.
Yep. Their
Landing gear
their
deployed.
life expectancy is like 80 plus years.
I don't know. We got some representatives at 88, 89, so maybe a toss-up.
Of course, I can't land up here.
That's like, you're talking about the cockatoos not very good on eating and stuff. It's like possum and beaver and, oh, come on.
And we know in the southern states don't eat anything.
Well, there's one thing about it. If this shit in the world goes to hell, we know who's going to survive and who's going to die first. East Coast.
No, West Coast.
You're in, what, New Jersey?
Yep.
Probably stacked on top of 1 million other people in an apartment building. Your food's going to go to hell in the first week and a half.
Not my food, because I'd be out of here.
Right, walking, because transportation's going to be down.
I walk all the time.
Shit.
Why not?
Oh my god. Oh
You
my
act
god.
like walking is such a trouble.
because people will try and mug you
Yeah.
for your wood.
No.
How so?
Gone.
If you got a backpack full of food or snacks or water or something and you're trying to get out of the city because it's gone to hell,
I don't
Yeah.
live in the city, thankfully.
okay. Well, unless you live out in the country and you've been doing gardening and farming and stuff, yeah, your life's gonna be pretty hard. Because the war's still raging on with Russia and Ukraine. Food supply and chain has been screwed up for over a year now. It's not getting any better. Price of gas and diesel and probably electric is going to go up here pretty shortly.
I
And the
have over 6 months worth of emergency supplies, so I'm good. Thank you very much.
yeah, well, 6 months may not be enough.
Not with the way things are going, no, but it will give me enough time to prepare to get the hell out of here.
Okay. And you're going to pack 6 months of supplies on your back and walk out. Great.
Boy, this is not a great area to land.
That's why I go on foot.
Philip, if I tried to go on here on foot, I'd be walking for 3 days.
It's the reason why it takes him forever to get his bios done, Trace.
It's faster to go up a mountain that way, though, than to
You
drive.
are not paying attention. This mountain
Yeah.
is 5 kilometers high.
And do you see anything that looks like bios in the distance? You should be able to see it from.
In the distance? In the distance,
Yeah.
I see, first of all, the land goes
Fog.
off a cliff, and then I can't see anything beyond that.
Because it's a hazy fog type weather, it looks like there.
Yeah.
Okay, because fungoids you're usually able to see from a really far distance. It will look like a dot, but you'll know it's the bio.
No,
That's bullshit. Because I've had the nose of this diamondback right up on them and barely caught a glimpse of them because it depends on their color. But the more he practices and learns and stuff, he'll come in on a green area and he'll say, "Ah, that rough over there is where so and so is. That flat over there is where the bacteria is." You know,
well, I was able to scan it with the ship. It's a tussock.
Grass, huh?
Yeah. Now if I could just find somewhere that I can, like, somehow cram the ship in.
Trying to get the codex, huh?
he got the codex.
The codex was the easy part.
That was oh yikes! If that was the easy part.
There's literally nowhere it's trying to that it will allow my ship to land here.
Yeah.
And now I've lost track of where the tussock was.
You're in the diamondback, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so the tussock is over here. Can I go down into this little thing here and find somewhere to set down? Bonk. Bonk. Okay.
Now Cam tried. It was a Cam or James. One of them tried to turn that stupid auto land on,
Yep.
and it worked. But I don't know if it will work all the time. But he could see a little bit of a blue spot.
Okay, where
And
is the
then
auto land? That's on the
It's in
ship.
the ship thingy bobber, but don't ask me.
External reboot, forward fire, silent running, beacon.
And it may take you plumb away, But he found a little bitty blue blip, but he couldn't get it to land. And finally, he turned that on, and it landed one time. But it don't mean it'll work every time.
Where the heck is the auto land?
I thought it was part of the autopilot computer, but evidently not, according to them. According to
Flight.
them, don't need it.
External.
Auto land is underneath the second tab, very bottom left-hand column. It's right under auto launch.
So I've gone into the right panel. I'm under ship.
Right. Second tab.
Second tab down. I
Yeah,
have flight
first column,
assist.
flight assist, all the way down to the bottom.
That's all I have is flight assist on that.
What?
Yeah, so
You don't have auto. Okay, you don't have it then.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I don't have the module. There's a module prerequisite for that.
Yeah. Well, damn. I thought that was just a thing they put in there to aggravate everybody, but I guess not.
Nope, you must have to have a docking computer for it. Let's see if I can land
a
on
docking computer, don't you?
No, he probably took it off.
I don't have an advanced docking computer.
Okay. All I know is we all had it at one time because remember it kept trying to land us in some weird ass places and we all went and turned the damn thing off.
Yep.
So they may have changed it. I don't know.
Fungoid satissus.
There you go.
You found it?
Right next to the tussock.
Oh,
Hey,
Turn
what's
your
this?
headlights on and you can see what the shape of it is.
Hold on, I'm scanning the third thing right here.
Okay.
I think it's another fungoid satissus. Okay. So turn the night vision off. Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah, they get little balls on top. But now you know why that causes me and Cam to cuss a lot.
Yeah. Find it somewhere to land. See, all the good landing spots are filled with rocks.
Yeah.
but
Of course.
you think they would have pulled out of whatchamacallit, a bulldozer and like leveled the ground for you? I mean, come on now.
What just happened? I lost sound.
What?
Oh, there it is. Came back.
I hear you. Okay.
Alright, I'll try and land over here. Ooh, this is hard.
It should be a lot easier in that Diamondback of yours, though.
Oh, good gravy.
Why don't you look at my stream and see what I'm actually trying to land
He'd
in?
rather sit there and imagine what you're going through than actually know.
Okay, fine, I'll go.
Aha! Frutexa. They're all right here.
Now you guys, and they'll be within walking distance.
YouTube is having issues. Okay, it's loaded.
It's all within walking distance. So if you keep your your front end or your ass end pointed at all your little plants, and then keep backing up until you can use your ship as an anchor, so you don't lose where your plants are, and then start.
It's a shame it's on like a 20-second delay.
Well, maybe I can land here.
Well, the terrain is not going to change in 20 seconds. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, but I see a spot that he might be able to land on, but it's going to be different by the time he sees it. It's going to be way past it, so.
What you think you can land on, you can't land on. We've heard you say that. Whoa, it's flood. I should be able to land.
Alright, what do we got going on up
I thought
here?
it helped if you raise the elevation slightly more. Oh, you just had a blue blink. Oh well, I guess 15, 20 seconds ago you did.
Right, and I tried to land there and it...
It's like doing a cha-cha-cha, trying to find that blue spot and get it stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. How about over here?
What's the top of this mountain look like?
Round
Well,
is
he's not going to do that. It'll
round
leave
is
his position. Jeez.
yeah, it's the top of this. Oh, this might maybe right here in this little saddle. I might be able to get a little bit of a blue thing to land on.
Oh, I don't think there is a delay on your end because what you're talking about seems to be exactly what's shown on the screen.
Did I just land? Or
No.
hit the ground anyway?
Yeah, you did touch the ground.
Okay, then it's we're not running with much of a delay tonight. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Try raising elevation a little. You're so close to the ground.
let me try down here.
Well, you need a blue.
Yeah, I'm not
No
getting any
shit,
blue
sugar
in
pie.
there. Punk. Rocks.
What the hell?
It's a tough little area. Let me go a little higher. See if I can look for anything that's promising here.
Don't crash into the hill here.
No, I'm not going to crash into the hill. You know what I don't have that I would like to have on these controls? Don't have a good artificial horizon.
Mm.
See if you're level or not.
Yeah.
Those balls that planes have and stuff.
I mean, the front I've got. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I kind of have something, but it's not all that good.
You have the two coordinates lines here. If
Yeah.
you're straight up and down, you're level.
Yeah. Okay, that's definitely not a good place.
No.
So let's go into the here. No, that's not close enough. Bingo. Back up, back up.
I didn't see blue dot.
Oh, that's because he's 20 seconds delayed.
There you go.
So he is delayed. You just didn't think so.
Yes, I got down!
Now the major million-dollar question is, do you remember where the plans are?
Yes, actually I do.
That's good.
Okay, so the one I want to start with first is not the tussock. It's either the fungoid or the frutexa. Okay.
Oh shit, I'm about to crash into the planet.
Oh, too bad.
I forgot the ship doesn't stop when you...
Yeah, it does. You throttle it
Oh
0.
my god, I don't believe I was lucky enough to look at my screen.
Okay, there's the
Right?
tussock.
Oh, way.
6. Okay, I think it was up here.
This is landable planet too, so that would have been bad.
Alright, we'll get up on this ridge. Well, I thought I knew where everything was.
Well, you just passed up one of those plants.
Yeah, the grass is over there, but the grass is easy to find. It's either of the other two is what I... Oop, I heard boop. Boop. What are you? Is that grass? That's grass, I think. Well, let's go down and see what the grass looks like.
The grass looks greener on the other side.
There's another one of those things. Where'd the grass go? Ha ha! Down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. No, so grass is what I've been seeing up there. Okay. Right. Oh, maybe not. Boing. Ah, this is the fruit. Okay, I found fruit.
Fruity.
So I will take this fruit. And this will be my starting point. Oh, fungoid. No, that's not the fruit. That's fungoid seticis. Okay. Okay, blue means no good. Oh, there's some way over there.
They're not that far apart. Usually you could, within sight, if you can see anywhere, if it's not dark. Be right back, coffee.
Alright.
Wow, that purple really shows in the dark.
Yeah.
Here's my second sample.
Do 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 do. Gotta find one more. Gotta find one more. Gotta find one more. Gotta find one more.
Okay, I'm back.
Gotta find one
back.
more. Gotta find. Oh, there's one way over there. Except I don't want to go all the way over there because then the ship will take off on me.
One more sample.
All right, let's go up the top of the hill. Nothing over there.
Ah, there we go.
Those ones I already got. There's one way over there, but if I go over there, then I'm gonna lose my ship. I don't want to do that. All right, well.
stratum. Heading towards the ship should net me the other two. Too close.
Well, I guess I'm going over this set, because I don't see any nearby. Oh, no, there's some right there. Okay. Hopefully I'm not too far from the ship.
Where is the other one? I hate nighttime.
All right. Fungoid stasis is done.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Now retrace your backtrack, and you should be able to pick up your fruta or your grass, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should. Definitely going to have enough right back here. I think I have enough grass close enough together to just do the grass, and then I'll
Right.
have to find where the fruit is.
Okay.
It's
Hello, Hans.
Hello, hello.
Hi,
how's
Hello,
everyone
hello.
doing?
Everybody's just hunting weeds.
Okay, there's my ship, which means there's a grass up here.
Yeah, see, I use that ship as an anchor
Yep.
since you can't see shit when you're on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, no, that is the Frutexa. Oh, that's interesting. So if that's the Frutexa...
Grass just looks like, I would say probably a bunch of wild onions, a group of it,
Yeah.
and the fruit texa kind of fans out.
I know there's a Frutexa over here somewhere.
Need one more stratum.
Okay. Where's my ship? There's my ship. I went the wrong way.
Planet has low gravity. Accidentally turned on a FPS counter before, and I've been getting consistent frame rates, period, across the board. So
Why are my buttons just stop moving? Or stop working?
relatively stable.
Buttons as in what buttons?
My mouse buttons.
Ah,
Cause so you can't scan or
Yeah.
probe the thing?
Yeah.
How far are you away from your ship?
I'm going to board it right now.
Okay, sometimes you can board and come back off and it fixes it, and sometimes you have to log out and log back in.
Alright. Try again.
what, your mouse just decided to die? Did
No.
No, the game just decided to stop recognizing it.
Every so often, when you're plant hunting, you cannot scan the plants and you cannot engage the
Yep, I know.
Okay, do I have to
Genetic.
exit all the way to the main menu or all the way out?
just main menu,
Yeah.
and it resets it, and you come back in, and everything's hunky-dory.
Okay.
It's happened to me many times, and it's happened to Cam.
Well, I'm glad
and I think
you
Chris.
glad you were online when that happened, so I know what's going on.
It's
Often
there's
enough.
no rhyme and reason for it. You'll be going along, you'll just get done scanning one and turn around and walk to another one to do it, and it just stops. Won't work.
Now, hopefully all the plants are right where they belong. Looks to be. No, mouse not working. Oh wait, I don't have the tool out. There it goes.
That helps.
Yeah.
No, I just told Nick because I want him to go to the main menu.
Well, you don't know. Sometimes these things, it won't. It'll reset you correctly one time and not another time.
Alright. Well, so far that is the only way to get that into reset.
Well, at least it worked. That should be him right over there.
Kind of like them
that's
old
the
pickups
grass.
you used. They kind of like those old pickups you used to have that had the shift on the column, 3 spraying. Every once in a while, the gears would get locked up, and you'd have to go underneath the hood and sit there and yank around on it to get them to get unstuck.
I learned to drive in that car.
Huh?
I learned to drive in the column shift.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, that's what I drove, was an old Chevy pickup. It had a 3-speed on the column. And if you, every so often, the gears would get hung up between first and second. And you had to stop, get out, raise the hood, go yank the damn linkage around to get it unhung. So go ahead. It reminds me of playing Elite sometimes. You have to get the bell and wire and the duct tape out. Yank the linkage to get it to work.
There's more grass. I've got 2 colonies of grass I've found.
I found 2 of my bios. Now I'm going to orbit to locate the other 2.
Well, I don't know about you guys. When you sit down, how many bios is on that planet there, Phil?
4.
Well, when you sat down there, I had just landed on this planet that has 6, and I just finished it.
How many probes did that planet take?
That doesn't matter.
Oh, in Philip's book, it would.
In my experience, it does actually. If you get
Your
a
experience, I wouldn't trade it for a handful of popcorn and a bullshit story.
With a very small planet, they tend to be close together.
I believe it was a 4 prober.
Oh, okay.
Well, what I may end up doing. If I find another colony of the grass, I might just do the 3 colonies of grass and get the grass over with, and then I'll only have 1 left to do.
Yeah. You'll get faster, it's just like your mining. Once you know, once you get it comfortable, and then it's just boom, boom, boom.
That's fruit. Hi, fruit. That's fruit.
The filter is either broken on this planet, or every single one of the 4 piles are found where
Everywhere that happens.
are. Yeah.
Isn't that what I was saying earlier?
Yep. I know.
So nothing's broken.
Not necessarily.
Oh my god.
You act like
Now you're gonna tell me you know how the mechanics of this game works because you built it.
I know how.
Okay, here's a third thing of grass. All right, fine. So we'll do grass. Tussock Catena Emerald. Oh, you're kidding me.
What?
I found the second one of the other one. Okay, fine. So I'll do the grass first. Because I know where two more samples of grass are, and then I'll go collect the 2 samples I know of the other one and try and find a third.
Hey, you're lying. I wasn't too close. God damn it.
So the first one is up here somewhere. Where's my ship?
Turn your volume down, Phil.
Ah, there it is.
Okay.
Well, I could hear friendship drive charging.
Yeah, running around will do that, Quatch. Sweating inside my spacesuit. Alright, 2 down. The third one's way over here.
It's all those extra Twinkies he ate.
Oh, that is so funny.
What?
Right next to the grass, in all 3 locations where I picked up the grass.
Miss Fruta,
No, I have the fruta. This is
the fungus.
oh no, this is fruta. Okay. All right. So now I picked up one. I cleared my grass, and now I'm running for where I saw the other 2 fruta. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Here's the grass. And there's the fruta right next to it. Son of a gun. All right, now run back uphill to the first one. Let's see, the first one was just beyond my ship. Well, looks like this will be the planet I'm going to be parking on tonight. Because it's already a half an hour past my bedtime. was up here somewhere. Oh yeah, it was actually past the ship, right? There it is. Already analyzed, already analyzed. Where is it? Where's the other one? Oh, come on, I lost it.
Keep going straight, you should run into another.
I'm not so sure, but... I may have run slightly wrong direction here. Oh, come on. Alright, I know where there's one other one, so maybe I'll go for that one. Oop, I heard one. It's this way. Oh, jeez. Right up at the peak. Hello. Good to see you. Frutexa metallicum gray. All right, back to the ship. Four bios. Just a couple of planets. One more planet to go in this system. Hopefully I'll have a better time tomorrow night. A little bit of experience on doing this. And so be it. All right, it is past my bedtime, so I need to get my behind in bed. I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along. Quatch Cop, welcome back, and thank you for joining us. And then in the voice chat, I have, wherever Discord is, we have James, Hans, Lynn, and Philip. Thank you guys for joining me. It was great having you all along, as always. So, we've run out of time for tonight. We're going to pick it up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus, signing out.